DTLR Radio.
DTLR Radio, your fashion, your lifestyle. It's the morning after show with your girl, comedian Todd Davis, broadcasting live from the Puma Studios. And let me tell you, that song that you just heard, Hustle Hard, for a long time, that was my wake up song in the morning, right? So you know how you have the little iPod thing, you stick it on the little, the thing, and when my alarm went off in the morning, that would be my jump start song. And it just so happens that we have the artist that is on that track. We have none other than the mega superstar, AceHood, in the Puma Studios. How are you?
I'm good.
That's it?
I'm good. I'm great.
You
I'm
sure?
Blessed. I'm great, man. I'm in great spirits, great energy, man, great vibes.
I feel the vibes.
Yes.
I feel that energy off of you.
Trusting my process.
And I know you probably didn't know that. So it's crazy because, like, for me with music, a lot of the music that I listen to and a lot of music that I like it means something, like it gives me that certain kind of energy. Right. So like I was working, before I was an entertainer, I was working as a fraud analyst in a bank, and I needed to be hyped up before I went to work. So I had to hustle hard.
Right.
I would use that as one of the songs that would wake me up on my playlist in the morning. So the opportunity to actually meet you is fantastic.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
And I'm listening to your new project and everything, and it's so amazing how things come full circle. You just wrapped up a 22 city tour.
Yes.
That you headlined.
Yes.
All right. Headlining. You just did the Howard Theater last night.
Howard Theater was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, man. Love and Energy was good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. Just seeing all the fans and the testimonies and being able to connect with the people. That was the whole purpose of me doing the Trust the Process tour, was just to connect with the fans. You know what I'm saying? And just to see them, you know what I mean? Just to show them how much I appreciate them, and just see the people that support my music and like wake up to it and like grind to it, and like it changes their mind frame and like inspires them. Like, I want to meet you for real. You dig? So yes, I was able to do that with this tour.
I never thought that I would have the opportunity to meet you and sit with you, right? And these are things that you don't know about me. So the Hustle Hard, that was one of my like catapult songs in the morning. So now that I'm an entertainer, there's a lot of ups and downs, and you know this personally as an entertainer with your journey and everything you're going through. So your current mixtape project is called Trust the Process.
Yes.
I have a segment on my show that I do every day. It's a motivational, inspirational segment called The Morning After Pill. And at the end of The Morning After Pill, the last thing that I say is, trust the process.
Yes.
So it's amazing how that is what the title of your mixtape is. Tell me how you came to that and what that means to you. Let DTLR Nation know.
Well, for me, we came to it like I don't know, man. It came out of the blue. Like when I started working on the project, I wanted to work on. I needed a name that represented every aspect of my life and not just music, right? Because it's like, this is me being reintroduced as a man, as this holistic person, as opposed to just like you knowing me from like hit records and club songs. But this is me giving you who I am as a person, as a man, as a father, and what I stand on and my beliefs. So that's what Trust the Process is. And that for me is just like trusting everything, trusting the good times, trusting the bad times, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to appreciate each on an equivalent level, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that's what Trust the Process is for me. It's like, even when it's tough, it's like, all right, cool, it's tough, but we gonna get through this, you know? And I'd rather just focus on the idea of just trying to, what needs to happen in order for me to overcome whatever situation that I'm in. So for me, in order to do that, I need to trust that. I need to understand what's happening to me, around me, you know, and just what the universe and people, just what it's asking of me, and how am I going to respond to it all, you know? And for me, it's just, it looks like trusting the process. So for me, I've been trusting the process my whole career, and we're going to keep trusting it. And it's brought me so many great things by trusting it. You dig? So yeah, man.
So it's safe to say that this body of work that you're doing right now is a more intimate look at you as a whole.
Exactly.
As an individual, not just as an entertainer. And with Trust in the Process, because there are days, I mean, you know, I don't know if you have these days, but I know there's days where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just stop, and I'm going to just chill and fall back and go and do something else. But I have to remind myself, trust the process is like one of the affirmations that I tell myself daily. And I feel like you kind of had to do that same thing because you had, you know, a wonderful relationship when you were with DJ Khaled, you know, shout out to him, we the best. And you amicably, you know, dissolved that relationship. What was that about, or how hard or how easy? What was that process like when you decided that, you know what, I want to be a free artist, I want to be, you know, more in control of my creative process? What was that like? It was
one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. You know, I was afraid. It was fear living in me, and you know, I just didn't want to be a disappointment to him because I knew all the work that we put in. You dig what I'm saying? So for me, I think that it's just, I had to just sit down and ask myself, well, what it is that you got to say. You know what I mean? Who are you? Are you just this guy attached to this guy? Like, who are you? And I felt like people didn't never know that. People would, you know, come up and, oh, you got Bugatti, you got Hustle Hard records. But I'm like, you know, I'm so much larger than these records, than the people understand. I'm so much more deeper and so much more special. You know what I'm saying? So I needed that side to shine. And for me, it's just, I was like, man, you know what? My legacy, and that means a lot more to me than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it matters to me how I'm remembered and my effect on this world and what my effect on people. You know what I'm saying? So I took that energy and I was like, look, you know, yeah, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna push through. We're gonna push through it. You know what I mean? True, I wanted to give up. Plenty of times I didn't think that what I was doing was right. Like, man, did I make a wrong mistake? Did I move too soon? Am I jeopardizing my family? Like, I thought about all that. But at the end of the day, I trusted the process in myself, knowing that I'm gonna make sure that I do what's necessary in order for me to succeed. And I'm gonna handle it with love, because I know a lot of people wouldn't. You know what I mean? And we gonna handle it like men, like kings that we are, and we gonna move forward, and we gonna prosper, and we gonna be larger than life. You know what I'm saying? And that's my mentality now. It's like, you know, I'm one of the best doing this, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm living in that glory. Ain't too many that could see me when it come to this. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm blessed, and I know, and once I found that, and it was in me, I'm like, oh, it's in me, it's on me. And like, you know, once I found, and I pushed through, I'm like, yeah, we good now. You know what I mean? So that's what allowed me to kind of just say, I can do this.
You know, I'm here for that. Like, get in your bag. I see you still hustling hard and trusting the process while you do it. Did you see what I did there? Yeah, you like that? And you know what I mean? And like, I'm just so happy to have this opportunity to sit across from you and have this energy and this vibe, because you're so passionate about what you do. And you mentioned that you were blessed. I think this is a perfect opportunity for DTLR Nation to get in some of the good new stuff. So talk about 3 Blessed. Let's talk about that track, what it means to you, how did that come about, and then we're going to play it for the people.
3 Blessed is everything in abundance. Everything in abundance. I feel like I've just been blessed in abundance. And like, you know, the blessings, it ain't always about, like, for me, when I say blessings, I don't want people to think, because they like, you know, people like to think like, oh, but you rich and all this. But that's not what I mean when I mean blessings, though. My blessings are also my trials and my faults, because it made me stronger, bro. Like, going through what I went through, it powered me up. You know what I'm saying? So those are the blessings. Even when we can't see them, like the lessons within that, it's like, yo, this lesson might change your life if you pay attention to it, and you nourish yourself and you nourish your situation. You can move forward and become something incredible. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to unlock it. I feel like that's just what it is. So 3 Blessed is just 777s. 3 Blessed 777s, and we over blessed and everything in abundance. So that's what that is. High frequency music.
I like it. So look, so numbers are important to you, and you know, like 3 is a very important number. Like, it's Trinity, all of those things. Right. We're gonna get in that. So look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let DTLR Nation hear this. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're gonna let them hear. So go ahead and introduce the track. We're gonna get into that music, and then we're gonna come back.
Let's do it. Right here, man. AceHood, new joint, 3 Blessed. Great record, man. DTLR Radio, AceHood. Trust the process. Let's get it.
So y'all heard it here, man. We're gonna get into that track right now. We chopping it up with none other than AceHood on the Morning After Show. It's your girl, comedian Todd Davis. Keep listening. We just heard 3 Blessed.
3 Blessed.
Love it.
Yeah.
Where can the people get it? Where can they listen to it? Come on, get in your bag. I want to hear about it.
Listen to all streaming platforms. You can go on my Spotify. You can go on my iTunes. You can go anywhere and find it. You go on my what is it? Vimeo? What is it? Vimeo?
Yeah.
Something like that? Vivo, my bad. I'm sorry, Vivo. But yeah, go on my Vivo, and Twitter, AceHood, Instagram, AceHood, but it's everywhere on all streaming platforms.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
So, like, as it stands right now, just looking at the numbers, because we were talking offline, we were big in numbers. In your first week of debuting the Trust the Process mixtape, over 5 million streams. Just in the first week. Overall, like right now, and this number's probably changed, of course, since, you know, the tour and everything that you're headlining and that you just finished up, over 28 million streams thus far. How's that feel?
Blessed. The people, man. The people. You know, you can't deny good music. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny it. And like, you know, you just can't deny it. And shout out to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to the people. Shout out to the love. Shout out to God, man.
And you have a huge following. I definitely hope that one day I have that kind of following. So we're going to do it for the gram and see if you can't throw me some of your followers. But what I love about you is that you care so much about the quality of what it is that you're putting out over the quantity.
Yes.
And that you really care about the people that are going to receive it in the message. And you got a track that I want to definitely listen to, because I feel like, again, that it touches my life in a very special way. And maybe it doesn't mean what I think it means, but this is how I perceive it. You got a track called Uber. I catch Uber every day. I catch Uber at least twice a day, every day. I spend so much money on Uber that I could probably just buy a car.
Right.
I could probably do that. So what is the track Uber about? Like, how did that come about?
Listen,
what is that about?
First, Uber is a moment, right?
Okay.
Life happening moments. And like, Uber is just one of them fun, very like trancey, very relatable lifestyle records. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Uber is. And Uber's a very lighthearted, very fun record. You know, very hard, very different in terms of like flow and like energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a new style. Like, it's a new style. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of it. But it's just different. It's just different.
So with that being said, it's a different type of music. It's a different style. It's a
and it's me
flow.
talking my ish. It's me talking that talk.
You and your bag.
I'm
That's what I call you getting in your bag, right?
Yeah.
So with the state of music that we have right now, because I think that you entered into the industry at like a perfect time. You know what I mean? Where it was like, you know, it was more genuine. It was more authentic. It was about the lyrics, and it was about what you were saying, and of course having a good beat. All of that combined. Now it seems like if you say maybe one or two quick lines and you just have a really good produced beat behind it, you're a superstar. Crazy. How do you feel about the culture of music now? I think Eddie and I affectionately call it mumble rap.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's a hindrance to, you know, the culture of music, or where we want to go with it? And how do you tie into the difference between what we're hearing now and what we should be listening to in the future?
I think it's a place for everything. I think everything has a place to live. Honestly, man, I don't think much into mumble rap like that. You know what I mean? I think it's just for them. It's just, you know, some things are for you, some things, you know what I mean? Like, some people like white, some people like black, some people like green, some people like yellow. So that's how it is for me. It's like, so, you know, I'm not in the same category as them guys, but I don't knock them. You know, I say keep doing your thing, get your bag, provide for your family. Where I kind of lie in it all is that I'm that sense of longevity, if it makes sense, right? It's that I think that this is what's gonna matter long term, if that makes sense, right? I think this is what my people need. This may not be what they want or they accept right away, but I think at some point is what they need. You know, I think that we need to be inspired. We need to have affirmations of people. We need that to push through, to know that it's gonna be all right, to know that we can do it, to know that people fall down and you get back up. You know what I mean? That it is brighter days, that it is a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you need that. Life isn't always about our rituals and doing what we do in our personal time, which is cool. But, you know, for me, like, that's just where I live. You know what I mean? That's where my truth lives. It's just being authentic to who I am, and that's why I've lasted so long. So I don't know, man, I just keep nourishing my thing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, y'all do that, I'm gonna just keep nourishing this. But nah, everybody is, they doing that over here. I'm like, great, do that.
Right.
Oh, they posting, they doing all this on the gram. Great, do that. Y'all heard the girls and do it. Great, do that.
Yeah,
I'm over here like this. I'm over here like, baby girl, you good? Like, we gotta, like, you know, I'm living my life, and like, I'm, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and they doing all that, which is fine, but it's just, it isn't me. You know, like I said, I came up in a different space in hip hop, but I respect it, and I think what's for them is for them, what's for you is for you. But I'm gonna just continue pushing this content that I feel like the world need, and I feel like it's perfect timing for it too.
I enjoy that you are embracing the space of staying in your lane. You know about other lanes, but that's not your business. You're kind of like, hey, what they do over there is fine. And leading into, because we got about
and I would even work with them too, like,
that's what I was gonna ask
because
you.
At the end of the day, like, I'm not just sitting on no throne or nothing like that, because even our youth, our young kids who speaking about that, you know, I can bring them into my world and we can create something different. Now you're looking at it from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking forward to doing in 2018 too, is working with these younger cats to bring them into my world and show people like, yo, they got people go through stuff too on their end. Like, they can spit some real and give you like, and help them like to be able to coach them in my direction, so people see them in a different light
so
too.
It's like a crossover of the
yeah,
demographics.
you gotta help. Like, you don't just knock them down. Like, you gotta help pick them up too. Like, give them the word too. Why not? They deserve it.
And we're just a few more days away from the new year, of course, and you're going to be releasing your album, your first commercial studio album in 4 years.
Yes.
So can we look forward to, I don't know, without giving it away, I guess, what type of collaborations, or what can we expect without totally giving it away? What is this going to feel like for us? What is this going to look like for us?
Musical. It's gonna be musical. It's gonna be sounds. It's gonna be instruments. It's gonna be choirs. It's gonna be big sounds. It's gonna be trumpets. It's gonna be pianos playing. It's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna be iconic. I'm thinking massive. Thinking legendary. I'm thinking after this, y'all gotta put me at number 1. Like, it's no question. They gotta put the boy up there with the top 5. Like, easy.
So if we could break it down, like I like numbers and I like things about the elements. So earth, air, fire, water. If you could classify this newly released project that's coming in 2018 as earth, air, fire, water. Air. No questions.
Breath of fresh air.
That's
what
it
is. I like to think that's what like my music is at this point. Is just a breath of fresh air. And I actually appreciate everybody for doing what they do, because it makes my music like stand out that much more in this time too.
I'm here for the air. I have asthma, so listen. Let's get into. It's all about breathing. You know what I mean? Let's get into let's breathe a breath of fresh air. I want to let DTLR Nation hear this next track, Uber. Before we do that and close out of this interview, I definitely thank you for coming and chopping it up. Like, you're just amazing. I didn't expect this interaction to be as it was. So you have enriched me for a very long time, and I think we're going to be really great friends, and we got some stuff we're going to talk about offline. Sure. We get into that. So before we get out of here and go, let the people who for whatever reasons may not know where they can find you on social media, where can they get your project, the Trust the Process mixtape, where can they get all of that? Where can they find you?
Well, they can find me on Instagram. It's all AceHood, ACEHOOD. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. And everywhere else except Snapchat. Okay. But I'm on. I like the Insta Snap joint. I just can't balance both.
Yeah, but you already have that on Instagram anyway. So like, why do I need both?
Exactly. Yeah. So there, and the Trust the Process project is on all streaming platforms. And I drag that all, man, because it's been a while since I've been able. Yeah, because it's been so long since I've been able to have complete access of all platforms. So I'm grateful for it, but Trust the Process is everywhere right now.
DTLR Nation, you heard it here. We had the opportunity to sit and get an intimate preview of AceHood. The Trust the Process mixtape is out on all streaming platforms right now.
Project. I don't like mixtape.
You don't like me? I was just talking to somebody about that last night. It's like, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just an old lady. I'm an old lady, you know what I'm saying? Because mixtape, I'm still thinking of the tape and you put the pencil in it. That's what I think of a mixtape.
Because top to bottom, the project is in sync. Okay. That's why I call it a project, because from 1 to 14, it's all in sync and it's a message. So if you listen from top to bottom of the project, like, you could understand the message in full. You know what I'm saying? So it's a project. It's a lot more than just a mixtape and just put together with a bunch of records from different places of your life and stuff. So this was all recorded at one point. You know what I mean? All thought about, skits thought about, ideas. So it was a whole conceptual idea behind it. So to me, that's a project.
Look, there it is. Trust the Process project is available on all streaming platforms right now. We have none other than AceHood in the Puma Studios. Thank you so much for coming in and kicking it with your girl. DTLR Nation, make sure y'all go and stream that right now, and we will be ready for you in 2018 when that project comes out. And I would love to have you back, and we could talk about it some more, because you're going to do big things in 18, all right?
Thank you, love. Appreciate
so listen, DTLR Nation, keep listening. We're going to get into that Uber right now by AceHood. It's the Morning After Show on DTLR Radio. Your fashion, your lifestyle.